Hey guys, I just thought I'd give you a tour of my stereo system, my setup here. I got a Sony 70-inch Bravia. It's hooked up to a computer. The computer is running a Gigabyte 440 board. I have the AMD 2.3 compatibility. It's running an AMD Phenomenon 2 X4 965 processor with a 3.4 gigabyte processor chip. I got the AMD R7 200 series video card and the OCZ 110 gigabyte REVO drive, which is a PCI Express hard drive, and Windows operating system is installed on it. It runs 10-15 seconds to boot Windows up. It's really fast. It's even faster than an SD drive. And I have 8 gig of RAM in there, and Blu-ray drive, water cooled with the processor. The amp I have is a Denon AVR 1507. It's 75x6 channel. It supports 6.1, 5.1 Dolby Digital and DTS. And it's got a bunch of surround features in it. On the top of the amp I have a Western Digital cloud drive, 4 gigabyte, and an additional 4 and 2 gigabyte Western Digital live drives, MyBook, I think they're called. Yeah, MyBook. And then there's my router, and then I have a 8-port powered USB 3 port, which allows me to keep hooking up more hard drives to my cloud backup storage. And in the computer I have 8 gigabyte of hard drive space with my movies. There's a Klipsch RF-35 tower speaker. Beside it is the R12SW 400 watt forward fire and sub. Right here is my center speaker. It's the I think it's the R25C. I believe that's correct. Yep. Center channel. And then I have another RF-35 clip speaker. RSX 5s. I got one on each side on a bracket. I have a Logitech wireless keyboard. This thing lights up when you touch it. And I have a Razer mouse. And that's all wireless. And I sit on my couch and I can access my home entertainment. Just zoom in a little more here. There you go. Take my mouse. I can click on this, which is my Mediabrowser, and that loads up my movie interface. And then I have access to my Blu-rays, my DVDs, my documentaries. So I click on this, and then if I wanted to say queue up a movie like say Ender's Game, I'd click on that, and right there I have all my cast and crew. Harrison Ford, there you go. So there's all the movies with Harrison Ford in it. I can press the back key, and then I can just push play and it'll actually launch the movie, and then the amp will come on and there'll be sound. It loads in the MADVR MPC player, which uses lav filters for my home theater, and it pushes out the 5.1, and it runs Windows in exclusive mode. So let's just shut that off for a second there. So I have that. Let's go back over here. Then I have my Netflix. I can queue up Netflix full screen, and I can do browsing, everything. And I got my gaming too. I can play my Counter-Strike Steam on here. It sounds amazing at 5.1. So I'm going to pause the video. We'll take the speaker covers off and we'll show you the speakers uncovered, and we'll just play a sample, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, I got all the covers off now. These are all copper spun woofers, and they have the Trictrix horn. These are 8-inch woofers on the RF-35s with a full-size Trichard horn, and this is my 12-inch forward fire in sub. They're all reference series speakers, and then I got my R25C Center channel. That's rated 100 watts, and those are 5.25 inch woofers with the Trichard horn. And then I have the same thing, and these things are I'll show you on the back. They're ported at the bottom right there, so they're ported at the back, and you'll notice I have these on the ground. This is because my speaker got knocked over. It came with plastic feet. I didn't like them, so I used the rubber feet, and those are bolted down, so those speakers are not moving, because one of my speakers tipped over and I had to repair it in a previous video. And this is my KV3 center channel, which I've been using for many years, and I'm going to install that on the back as my right there as my 0.6. And on the wall here is my, I think it's RSX 5s, and they're rated 75 watt a piece, and they're also reference series. And then like I said, my RF-35s are 125 watt rated, 100 watt rated for the center, 400 watt rated for the sub. The sub I usually have up to like maybe 2 on the volume, and it shakes the house, so it's really loud. And the amplifier, like I said, is 75 times 6 channel Denon. It does 5.1, 6.1, does DTS, narrow, stereo. It's being fed through PCM at the back. My computer runs HDMI into the 70-inch KDL R55A, I think that's the TV, 70-inch Sony. So let's cue up a sample, and you're not going to be able to really tell how this sounds, but we'll cue it up anyway, just for an example. I have a favorite movie. It's watched it earlier today, The Lord of the Rings, The Desolation of Smaug. And in this movie here, you got this dragon that starts speaking, and it's really bassy. So I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this, but let's go find the scene here. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll just play this little scene here. Go full screen. Turn up a little for you. Right now it's at minus 31 decibel. We'll take it up to minus 12. I'm not going any higher than that because that's really loud. And then we'll just walk around and show you the system here.
Shine. Step into the light. There is something about you. Something you carry. Something made of gold. But far more There you are, thief in the shadows.
I did not come to steal from you. Oh, Smaug, the unaccessibly wealthy. I merely wanted to gaze upon your magnificence, to see if you really were as great as the old tales say. I did not believe them. Tales and songs fall utterly short of your enormity.
It sounds amazing, but you guys probably can't hear this through the camera.
You think flattery will keep you alive?
No.
No, indeed. You seem familiar with my name, but I don't remember smelling your kind before. Who are you, and where do you come from? May I ask?
I come from under the hill.
Under hill.
And under hills and over hills my path has led. And through the air I am he who walks unseen.
Impressive. What else do you claim to be?
I am like where? Riddle me then.
Lovely titles. Go on.
Barrel Rider.
Baron. Now that is interesting. And what about your little dwarf friends? Where are they hiding?
Okay guys, just pause it there. There you go, that's the Klipsch system. I have, like I said, you're only getting 75 watts. I'm at minus 10 decibels at reference volume on the amp, which means I'm not even pushing 75 watts into these speakers. And they're rated to handle 100 and 125 on the fronts. The sub is only on like less than 2 on the volume, and my crossovers are all set to 80. My front speakers are set to large. All my rest of my speakers are set to small in my bass management, and so there you go. And like I said, the rears, they're only 75 watts a piece. They peak out I think at 200 to 300, and like I said, there's not a lot of information going through the rears, and I don't know why people would buy big speakers for their rears, because they're just a waste of money. But these things are awesome. And there you go. So if you guys ever want to build a Klipsch system, the I don't know, I'm guessing here, the RF-35C, I paid $220 for it. I just bought that recently. The KV3, which is back here, that's a solid wood speaker. $700 for that at the time when I bought it. The 12-inch forward firing Klipsch sub, that was $499 US. It's $700 up in Canada. The RF-35s was $1,200 for the pair at the time I bought them. They're discontinued now, but the R62s have replaced them. R62 version 2. So they're 8-inch woofers. The Denon amp was $499. The home computer was $1,000 when I built it from scratch. And like I said, it has a special drive in there, a REVO chip drive. It's different than a SD drive in that it loads off of chips. There's no moving parts on my hard drive in there. And that's just my wireless transmitter extender. I have that white wire there to keep it away from the router because the signal can interfere with my Wi-Fi with my keyboard and my mouse. And these are my cloud storage. They are basically duplicate drives of what's inside the computer, and that way everything's backed up one-to-one. So if I lose my hard drive in the computer, I can get it off of my cloud. If one of my cloud drives dies, I get it off the computer. So that's kind of like my NAS storage, and that feeds my whole house for my entertainment. That's pretty much it. And these are rear ported speakers. So, and like I said, it's a 70-inch television. So just thought I'd share that with you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.